Well, we made it. We made it to 2024, and so sorry for the delay, but here we are, and it's so good to see everybody in the chat and just have everything going. I hope everybody survived 2023. Okay, getting everything going. You know, it's like there's nothing like having everything going and then at the last minute. But welcome everybody. So good to see everybody. If this is your first time, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com, home of the joyful sound, and I am so blessed to be here with you guys today. Just got to give a big shout out to Dick's Music Studio. I will survive. Yeah, I will survive. So we're going to survive. We're going to survive and thrive and do a lot more in 24. So I'm going to fade this out. So it's so good to see everybody. Yeah, there's nothing like your Windows audio drivers going crazy. And but I am so grateful to be here with you guys. 2023 was an amazing year. There were so many things that happened. Yay! Good to see everybody. Well, you know, Chewy might have gotten hairier, but yeah, we're still working. We're still working on that. So good to see. Let's just give our shout outs. You know, it's just like a wonderful family. I guess I call it the joyful journey family. And it's so good to see Mandy and David Siddell, Andromeda, Steph, Porto, and good to see you. AJ, good to see you. Cherry Sound, and Kur Oneko, good to see you. And Les, Guy Shard, God bless all of you. And Halvard, good to see you. Man, there is, we're all here and we're all blessed and just so grateful for another year. And, you know, I always get these crazy things. If you actually follow my not my personal Facebook page, well, my personal Facebook page on New Year's Eve, we always blow in the new year with the shofar, and we have a little time of devotion and just asking the Lord what he would have for us in the coming year. And so more in 24. And there's another thing that I've been hearing, that in the Jewish calendar, it is the year of the open door. So lots of interesting things going on. And oh yeah, so one of the most exciting things, I guess, we started the year off with launching Timeless Praise. Now, I think we've got a link in the description, but there's an announcement video, and this is now available. And I'm so excited about this project, and it's available on all your favorite streaming services. It went live at midnight on 2024, and I would love for you to check that out because it was such a fun project to do. And also, I'm just, my goal, I guess, for this year is to do more music, to release more instrumentals, to release more, to write more, to do more. And, you know, it reminds me of one of the parables. We're just going to be informal, I guess, like we always are. But I guess I got to just get all of this out of my system. Sometimes I feel like in the parable of the talents, you know, if you know that story, the master gave 3 of his guys. He gave one guy 5 talents and one guy, I guess 2, and he gave one guy just 1. And he came back and he said, "What did you do with my talents?" And the talent was almost like a year's wages. So like, yeah, he gave him like year's wages to invest and do something with. And so one guy said, "Well, hey, listen, I doubled mine." And then the other guy said, "Yeah, me too." And he said, "Well, what about you?" He said, "You know, I wasn't real sure about how things were going to work out, so I just took mine and buried it. And, you know, and I dug it up and here it is." You know, and then I guess the king, he looked at him and he said, "Man, you are a very wicked servant. Who told you all of this stuff was going on about me and about my investments and whatever?" So he took the one and he gave it to the guy that doubled his talents. And so it's like sometimes you feel like you've got stuff buried in the ground. You've got projects, you've got things that you've been working on. You've got all of these things in your mind, doubts, and well, maybe it's not good enough, or that's just been such a long time since I've started working on that. I don't know, but I tell you, for me, I want to dig it up. I want to dig it out of the ground, and I want to put it to work. I want to just make something out of it and offer it, whatever it is. I tell people all the time, it might not reach 100,000 people, but if it reaches 5 or 10 or whatever, it's going to touch somebody because you have it because somebody needs it. And so, wow, that's good. That's your sermon. Let's just say that's your sermon for the day. And listen, send some. God bless you. It's just such a wonderful. It's just a wonderful thing to have your support, and just such a blessing. We're not. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do too much. I do know that we're going to talk about some of the things that we're going to be doing, hopefully in the future. And this year, I want to just dig into more of MUSIO. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but this was founded by the founder of CINESAMPLES. And CINESAMPLES is known for just creating some fantastic orchestral contact libraries. But this is like a brand new concept. I guess you might compare it to the Composer Cloud, and where you have all of the instruments that MUSIO or CINESAMPLES, they've kind of taken their CINESAMPLES collection and moved it into the MUSIO player, where you have access to all of the content, and it just loads in its own player. And so it's amazing. And I've just started digging into it. And so in the coming live streams and whatnot, I'm going to learn more about this and share more about it. But what I'll do, I'm just going to pull up what it looks like. And let's see. Yeah, this is the player here. And let me see. Let me get it a bigger. Yeah. So it comes like in a rack. You can load all of your instruments in a rack. And I've been playing the Studio Grand. That's what I was playing at the opening. It's very simple design, and I say that it's kind of like in infancy because they're just starting to do more and more with this engine. But you don't have a lot of controls right now to work with, but they're continuing to develop it. So let's see. So basically, this is all you've got. You've got just the reverb, and I've got it turned off, but we can just add a little bit of the wet signal to it. Let's see. Let's just hear it wet. I've got it bypassed. Hello. Here we go. Yeah. So basically, it's very basic effects. Let's see. Let's go to the Cinepiano. Now, I did a review on the Contact version of Cinepiano, but this is what it looks like in MUSIO. And let's just kind of listen to that. See, and it's not a lot going on here with the interface. It's just you load an instrument in the rack up there, and then you play it, and you can assign MIDI channels and audio outputs. That's pretty much pretty much it. And then you can submit feedback, and I've been doing some of that. But this is just the cine piano here. And I'm going to turn off the reverb. Let's bypass the reverb so we can just hear what it sounds like. Yeah, very nice. And the cool thing about the cine piano that it was recorded at on the 20th Century Fox stage, where they did this John Williams score. And when I first played the cine piano on in Contact, this is like the first thing that came. Let's see. Yeah, listen to that. And let me see if any of you can guess this. Yeah, that's it. It's from Sabrina. Sabrina with Julia Ormond and Harrison Ford. Yeah, it's a remake of Humphrey Bogart and Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, just really cool. So let's just do a little bit of exploring. So you've got the instrument view, and that. No, Kyle, this was John Williams. John Williams did the score for Sabrina, and okay. So it just like takes me back because when Sabrina first came out, Harrison Ford, Julie Ormond version, the remake. Me and Debbie were like in this huge theater, and it was when they had the 70 millimeter, really nice theater, and it was just us. We were in the theater, and the music, and it was just really so gorgeous. John Williams just did a fantastic job on that. So catch that. You got to catch it because it kind of helps showcase some of John Williams' more jazzy side, especially like the party, like the garden party music, the medleys and things of the old standards. It's gorgeous. Yeah, gorgeous. So let's go back and check out the instrument, and then you have Explore. Now, I was watching the Women of the North video yesterday. So let's just show you what this does. So you go to Explore, and let's say that just kind of caught my eye there, the Women of the North. So we're going to click on that, and you see all of these different instruments and articulations. And so what we can do This is 1.7 gig. Let's just download the legato. See, it's just like you download what you need. It's like the Liberty. You only download what you need. So let's just do the legato. I'm just going to click on the download and let's just see. And one of the cool things is if you take your MUSIO to other studios or whatever and you load it up, it's going to kind of help load and transfer things to your project. So it's okay. So there we go. So we have the legato there. So I'm going to click load, and boom, there it is. So I'm going to just mute these other pianos and go back to the instrument view and. Okay, so Deja, yeah, let's see what we can do here. So let's see. Yeah, so you can preview these. It's got a simplistic, like a little MIDI file that kind of plays. But let's go back to the instrument slot. And so we've got dynamics release, a release curve, and some reverb. That's just the legato. Let's do this. Let's go back and do the sustains. I'm gonna just download the sustains. Okay, see, look, there it is. So we've got it loaded. So we've got the sustains. Let's go check that out. Here we go. And let's go ahead and just unmute the legato. And what I love to do, I love to layer stuff. So there's CineStrings Pro. Well, no, let's see. There's Iceland. Let's see what we've got here. If there are any kind of, well, we've got nickel harps. And see, that's the thing. We got to explore those. But look at all that. That's very cool Icelandic instruments. But let's just go to CineStrings Pro and go, let's just load the ensemble. Yeah, so MUSIO 1 includes all of the instruments that were released in 2023. So you could purchase that MUSIO 1 as a collection, and then it's just like that's all you have. But you get future updates. If they update any of those instruments in MUSIO 1 or any of the instruments that were released in 2023, then you get those updates for free. So you can purchase I think you could still get a lifetime subscription, which means that whatever they release, whenever they release it, update it, you get all of that free. I think that's really cool. And you can also trial the subscription. I think let's see. I think it was let's see. Yeah, so Les, you were trialing that for a little bit. So yeah, and it does give you a perpetual license for all of that content without subscriptions. Absolutely. I'm just like I don't know quite what I feel about subscriptions, and it's the thing that they're doing with even with the DVDs and Blu-rays. I think I saw Best Buy is taking all of the physical content out. So, but there's nothing like holding a physical DVD or CD in your hand. It's amazing. So, okay, so I loaded the loaded the ensemble strings with the ah sustains and the ah legato. So let's take a listen to what that all sounds like together. And if we go to the ensemble, we've got the appassionata sustained in key switches here. And then we've got, let's just do the consordino. Now this is just, this is Ensemble Cinestrings Pro, Nordic Voices, Women of the North, ah sustains, and ah legato. Let's see. Let's put the studio piano back in, the cine piano. Very cool. You know, Kyle, I was thinking about that, and you cannot. I don't think you can. Um, and I think that's one of the things that we need to put in there. They need to put in there. Um, because that would be fantastic to split and layer and even what I see would be so useful is splits, layers, velocity key switching, almost just kind of like let's just kind of let this do it, because I could load this in Unify and do that and use multiple instances of Musio. But man, you've got it right there. So why not put that functionality? And I think that's what's going to come. That's what's going to come. Hopefully, you know what I can do. And I can go here and I can say, listen, I want to submit some feedback. And so when we get off of here, that's what we'll do. And that's what I love. I love that they listen to what you're doing. And watch this. We can just pop these slots in and out. And let's see. And I wish there was a way that I could know what I've already downloaded. So let's see. Let's see the Celeste. So I downloaded mostly like the pianos and things. That's the Celeste, and we can go back and see what kind of controls we have there. Yeah, just pretty basic stuff. Okay, yeah, Nigel, let's just see what we can do. So let's go to the catalog, and okay, let's go. Okay, now Nigel, there's two cellos here. There's the acoustic cello and solo cello. I tell you what I'm going to do. Let's just. Okay, that's 2 gigabytes, but let's go ahead and just kind of load it in the background and see what we got here. Let's just do, oh wow, the solo cello here is 5.6. So let's just see if we can do, yeah, the legato. Yeah, Yeah, this is classic. So let's just see. Let's just load the sustain, see if we can load the sustain. I love the thing I do like about this is things are pretty immediate and as far as accessible. You see a library, you download it, and depending on your network speed, it'll pull it down, and then you can kind of go over here to downloads and you see what you have going. And it seems like it's going pretty quick. Now, the legato was at like 65%. We'll just kind of load um, something else that we have. And let me just load up another piano. Let's load up a Rhodes, see if we've got, yeah, so I've got the Rhodes here, Rhodes 73. We can load that. Yeah, that's another thing. I think that would be an absolutely obvious thing to do, because instead of going through and downloading all of those, yeah, let's mute the, yeah, let's just play the Rhodes. Now let's see what kind of options we have here. Got a little distortion and reverb. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of the built-in reverb. Let's see. Oh, I got it bypassed. So let's put that back on and get some decay. Bypass that reverb. But you hear that nice growl. And they've got some Wurlitzers in there too. Let's see where we are with the, okay, yeah, so look at this. Yeah, it's already downloaded. Let's see. Yeah, so acoustic cello. And another suggestion that I have is just to replace a slot. So let's say I want the Rhodes to be replaced with the cello. So I would just love to be able to do that. So let's just yeah, you click it, boom, there it is. I'm going to remove the okay. Wow. Okay, so this is the legato on the CINESAMPLES cello. And let's see. Yeah, I've got CC11 on the first slider and dynamics. Yeah. Let's just put a little bit more reverb. Cool. And that's it. That's the articulation that you get, But you hear that sound. Okay, let's see. let's go back to downloads. Let's download. Okay, let's just load. Let's just load the sustains on. And this is the first time I've heard this cello. Okay. Gee. Yeah, I love it. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to CineStrings Pro and load that ensemble back again. Thanks, guys, for joining. If it's your first time, go ahead and subscribe. I saw that we had a subscriber, Gerardo. Good to see you, and thank you for subscribing. So I just loaded the CineStrings Pro ensemble, and I love the softer. Let's see. Let's just go to that softer concertino, and then I'm going to just bring it down. So the sustains, I'm going to mute the solo, and then we can hear how the sustain cello, Tina's cello, it adds a little more grit. That's a lot of fun. That's a lot of fun. And it's and I guess what they call a never expanding, an ever expanding library. Because you just look at the catalog and you've got brass, you've got the deep horns, the low brass, and I think they're actually giving away the harp. They're giving away the harp. Let's see, the horns. Let's load the horns. Why not? This is Sonor, and I think that I watched one of the videos about the Rocket Man, the Rocketeer, and the score for that. They are. I think that's what they're going for, Harvard, and they're doing it in a slightly different way, I guess. Building something from scratch, and I do need to look at some more into East West as well. I've had a subscription, but with everything that goes on, it's just hard to keep up with a lot of times. But we're going to try and do our best. So look, there we go. So by the time I'm talking to you, we've already got the horns. So I'm going to load the horns in another slot. Let's solo those. That's the legato. Let's see what. Okay, let's just fire up the. Let's just fire up the whole ensemble. Now let's and put in Randy Celeste. Let's see. Let's turn up the Celeste a little bit more. You see the key switches because I'm going up that. Yeah, but that's. Yeah, it gets big. It gets. Oh, I love the horns. Yeah, I'm not even messing around with much expression, but you can just dig into there. Yeah. Wow, there is more to explore with MUSIO. Now, let's see. Yeah, David, this it does cover a lot more different types of instruments. Let's see if we can do. Okay, yeah. We have like in the catalog, we've got percussion, Cinepiano, Cinesymphony, winds. Got Impact Designer and drums of war, dulcimers, and then the keyboard in blue is like, I'm going to just take out some of these, let's just take out some of those slots. Yeah, keyboard in blue, I have got that loaded here. Let's see, let it do its thing here. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Drums of war. Let's see, we got pipe organ, and then we have some soundscapes. Yeah, so some sound designs. Yeah, a little sound design there. Got some sound design, guitars. Let's just pull up. Let's pull up the nylon string guitar. Let's get that loaded up. Drums. Got some Lindrums, vintage drum machines, some ARP, like a little ARP Quadra. Yeah, there are a few OBXA patches here. So basically just kind of like preset things here. Synergy, just some soundscapes. And I'm looking to see that expand a little bit more. So let's see, what do we have here? Downloads. Okay, yeah, the nylon string. Let's load that up and listen to what that sounds like. Ooh. Very cool. And let's just see here. Okay, so we've got an ensemble and Voxos. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff. You mentioned something about the drums of war. Let's just look at that. And that's what I love about this, is because you can explore. You can explore these. So we just download the War Ensemble and load that in a slot. I'm going to take that one away. Okay, so we just very dynamic, nice and dynamic. Velocity. Cool. So we can. Wow. Torture drums. Let's see. And happy birthday to J.R. Tolkien. I think he's had a birthday. We're remembering him. Okay, this is interesting because they're on the same keys. The War Ensemble, and this is Spartacus, maybe. That's kind of cool. So just a lot of different tone colors there. And we've got three different volumes of Drums of War, pipe organ. Okay, yeah, let's just load one of the pipe organ. Sounds brilliant and rich. Let's see what the instrument panel looks like. Yeah, just pretty basic. We can see more articulations. We've got reserved and serious. And let's load Awesome and Massive in another slot. That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, they're always in the studio recording stuff, and it's just so interesting. I like watching those the travel log videos where they go in the studio, they show you the musicians and singers they're recording, and give you a lot of that background. I love that. I love that. So, that's a little bit of Musio. That's just to give you a little taste. And I think I'm going to be able to get on the beta team for this, so I can test updates. I think there's a big update for Cinepiano that's coming out. They're working on, so I can't wait to dive into more. And if you have questions about Musio, man, drop them down in the description below. Not the description, but the comments below after the live stream, and I'll try to get to those. And I want to thank Musio and Mike Patty and his team for allowing me to have a subscription. They gave me a subscription to test and review, so I really appreciate that. So yeah. So here we go. That's just a little taste. Man, what do I got going on here? I've got it's my headphone. Yeah, it's my earphone wire. Nothing like getting tangled up in your earphones. Okay. So what are we going to do now? So what I want to do, I want to show you something a little fun. Yeah, let's just have a little bit of fun here. Let me see if I can find it. So if you watch Chewy's unboxing video, Crewmar and GM Labs sent me a box of goodies, and I actually have the Rondo sitting back here, which is like a take on a vintage string machine, and it's so cool. I've got it. I'll just. Yeah. So this is basically like a Crewmar orchestrator type of thing, but it's in this really cool, simple kit. You can build this, or you can get it pre-assembled. I'm going to play some of this later on a future live stream, and possibly even sample it. So, but what GM Lab does, Guido, the gentleman behind VB32, that he's created all of these really cool projects, and we've got like a mono synth, and you've got the Rondo and the D9X controllers. I've got the D9X back here that I use oh, there we go, for some the drawbar organ stuff, like the VB32 and that kind of thing. Use this as a controller. And one of the cool things he sent me, I'll get to this, the MJU is a great box, and I'm using that to connect a controller that I'm going to show you here. I'm going to put the Rondo back here. And what the MJU does, it takes an input in the jack, like a sustain pedal or a switch or an expression pedal, and you can assign it to whatever you want. Let's say your keyboard doesn't have another expression pedal input or whatever. Well, you can get this and plug whatever pedal you have, and it will allow you to have that. They sent me one of the expression pedals. This is a USB expression pedal. So you plug it in to a USB port, and you can assign, whatever control that you want to, like CC7, 11, continuous controllers, and a MIDI through box. So you can check that out. Hey, there's somebody familiar. But what I wanted to show you, I don't know if how good you can see this, but let's see. Let's go to the overhead, back to the overhead view. So you see this. You see this little. I attached this onto the. Let's see. You might be able to see it with the Skycam. I attached this to the Casio here, and so this is the half moon controller that you would find on the B3 or the and I was able to kind of attach it, and I can also attach it to the SL88, which I'm going to try to do as well. But I just wanted to show you this. It's just so much fun. So I'm going to pull up VB32. And see, look at this. I'm able to take the switch and just right there it is. It's right there. It's right there where you expect it to be. You can see this here. Yeah, and then in the center, it's the break. Now, see, in the center position, it's breaking. It's breaking, so the rotor is not spinning. And the half moon controller is going into that MJU box, and it's sending MIDI CC1 when it's one way, it's 0. In the middle, it's 64. And when it's fast, it's 127. It was so funny because when I first put it on there, I was just saying, hey, Debbie, watch this. Look at this. Look what I can do. But it connects me with the instrument. It connects me with the instrument because I remember, man, so many times growing up, sitting behind a real Hammond organ, and that switch right there that you can just, I love it, and I actually used it yesterday on a project. It's amazing. Okay, my Stream Deck is getting a little crazy. But I want to show you something else too, because this can be used in other instruments. So I've got the IK Multimedia Hammond B3X loaded up. Come on, there you go. Now this is the IK Multimedia version of the B3. And I can do the same thing there. One of the problems with the IK Multimedia version is when you go in and you're setting up the MIDI commands, they put the break on a separate control. They put the break separately from the mod wheel. And it was like, okay, so how can I get around that? And one way that I did it, let's see if I can pull this up. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna pull this up. And one way I got around it is I use a program, and I love this. If you need virtual MIDI ports or translators, this is Bohm MIDI Translator. And I thought, how could I get that break to work? And so I created a translator that says it's listening for the CC1 coming in from the half moon control. And if it sees, this is what's so cool. If it sees a MIDI CC1 value of 64, then it's going to take that and it's going to convert that message into the outgoing is controller number 93 with a value of 127. So watch what happens now. So you can kind of see the activity going on here. And so now watch what happens because I've got my brake control on the Leslie set to look for control, MIDI control CC93. So if it goes to CC1, it's going to just do it like it normally would. And but watch what happens when I pull it into when I pull it. Let's see. Let's go to the other side. Yeah. So watch what happens when I pull it. See, it's going left and right. Now watch what happens. I'm going to put it at the brake position. See, boom, there it is. So I can slow it or I can brake it, which turns the rotors off. Put it in the center, and it breaks it. But nothing like grabbing that switch It's it's incredible. There's something about having that tactile input that you're touching the control, you're touching an it's incredible. I love it. And the MJU is so funny because it has the Krumar version, which is like if it's all the way to the left, then it's slow. If it's all the way to the right, it's fast. And they've got a Hammond setting where if it's all the way to the right, it's slow. And if you slam it over to the left, it's fast. So it's kind of reversed. It's a lot of fun. So more coming on those types of projects. Oh, Nigel, you know, I get this all the time because nothing, I don't care how good it is, sampled or recorded, there is nothing that can take the place of sitting behind the actual instrument. Because you're sitting there behind this 500 or 600 pound instrument with all of the machinery going on inside. It's connected to these fantastic speakers, and you've got all of this kinetic energy going. You get a little bit of that. You get a little bit of that with this, with the virtual instruments, especially when you can, especially when you can grab a drawbar or you can touch. You can touch something and connect with it. But the acoustic experience, sitting in the same room with the instrument, it's just like being with the piano, sitting behind the piano and hearing everything coming back at you. And you respond to that, you play with that. So camp meetings were crazy because we would have like 2 and 3 hour altar services where people were getting ministered to and prayed for, and we would switch places. Like I'd be on the piano sometimes, and then we'd switch to the organ. So it was crazy. Nothing like that. So more more coming, and going to tighten this down a little bit more. Yeah, there's a lot more coming, and I can't wait to share more of the rondo and try to sample that. I'm going to try to sample that and create something with that. I still got the Winnie Whistle project in the works too, so we're going to check that out too. But I just love sharing this kind of stuff with you guys. Make sure that you check out GM Lab's website. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun digging down into the code, into the Arduino code, and learning how things work. Um, fabulous. It's fabulous. Okay, so what I want to do, we're not going to hear a whole lot of this, but I want to give you just a little taste of what I've been experimenting with Orchestral-Tools, Benjamin Wallfisch strings, and it's a huge library, so I had to mess around with my storage and make some room because it is a humongous library. The collection with the strings themselves and with the Stringscapes, um, and so let's. I'm going to just pull up the sign player here. Let's pull up the sign player. And I just have the sustains. And let's see what we've got. Let's see what we've got here. I kind of loaded an ensemble with violins, violas, cello, and basses. The thing about Benjamin Wallfisch strings is that they have different articulations for up bows and down bows, and I'm trying to wrap my head around how to work work on that. So this is just going to give you a little taste. One of the cool things that I did, I experimented some with the mic merging because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 mic signals downloaded, but when you have all of those mics turned on and starting to play, it just, especially when you're playing multiple voices, it brings things down. So I merged these mic signals. I think I've got the legato turned on, maybe. I don't know. And I think some of what you're hearing, as far as I guess the the jumping, I think it could be my variable sustain pedal, and then I might have the legato articulation loaded in the. Let's see what I've got. Let's see what I've got here. Got it switch mode, and yeah, yeah, I've got the sustains and legato in there. Let me go back to the mixer and I've got a bunch of stuff going on too. I've got all of those layers. So what we'll do, let's go to the library, and let me just load something fresh, like with the okay, so when you have them, okay, yeah, I've got 5 other. So you can see that I merged that articulation there. It creates a different mic position, and then I can go and load all the different ones. So I'm just going to load the, just going to just remove this. Let's just remove these, and we can just kind of start fresh and kind of take a listen. Let's see, let's go to the tree. Let's load a tree with the violins 1. And wow. And we've got the legato enabled there. Yes. We're still loading. So look at this. So with this one articulation, we've got 2.6 gigs. Because the sustains are not looped. The sustains are like 20-second recordings. Yeah, and I ran out of room. So I'm going to turn the legato off so I can kind of play the sustains. And this is just the down bow. And that's one of the ideas I'm thinking about the expression pedal, the USB expression pedal, is to be able to set up some kind of a switch where I can alternate between the up bow and down bow somehow. So I'm going to go back to the library and I'm going to just load the violas, let's just load the tree mic. And let me just set up a little multi here. It's a lot of fun. Okay, yeah, I'm just really filling the memory up here. So let's see, cello. Okay, I think I've got it. I need to wait until it loads. I need to wait until it loads all the way. And it's filling up the, yeah, it's still going. Now this is the cello. Let's just do a little bit of the legato with the cello. Let's see here. I'm going to turn the legato off so we can kind of do some of the sustains. Now we're getting up into the violins here when we do this. Let me turn the legato back on the violins. Yeah, you can't. I've got to figure out. Just learning as we go here. Yeah, the CPU's hitting pretty hard, and I think it's because, yeah, I've got all of these different mic mixes loaded, the close tree. So if we turn off some of those mics, that's going to cut down on that CPU a little bit. Yeah, that did. And I love the dynamic layers because the more you dig into it, the brighter it becomes. So there's a lot more coming here with this particular library. I'm going to learn some more. Let's just load up some of the Stringscapes. There was one that I really loved. Let's see, the Transcendental. There's a lot of darker things going on there, but yeah, David, it's just so rich. So rich. Let's see what we can do here. Thanks, guys, for joining me as always. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong place. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to the Tutti Transcendental and let's just listen to some of that. These are performances. It's kind of like orchestrated stuff. Just to set moods and beds. Let's see. Yeah, listen to that. Just holding. I'm going to bring the volume gain up a little bit. And I thought I saw Stephen Talmy in the chat. So welcome. It's good to see you, my friend. And let's do this. Okay, we've got longs reversed. Oh wow. We've got chords. That's wild. Oh, no wonder. Here we go. And that just kind of goes on and on and on. I hear a little timpani in there. Yeah, that's pretty wild. And we've got trills. Now let's see. This is what I love about the Sine Player too. I'm going to extend the keyboard down some. And I'm going to bring it up here. That's nice. There's so much going on inside of these. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting stuff here. And I've got the transcendental. Yeah, and the longs. Let's go back to the longs and stretch those out a little bit more. Yeah. Hey, Donald. Good to see you. Yeah, it's really, it's just one of those things that it's just very, I'm going to bring some of the Casio in here so we can okay. Very interesting things going on here. We've got longs reversed. Wow, let's hear what that's. Let's see, let's stretch this out a little bit. there's more than strings going on here. It's just kind of like some really cool sound design type of things. Let's go into the textures here. Let's just take a look at some of the textures. And wow. Now these are like, just some background things. Let's go to ascending. And see, since the samples are so long, they have time to evolve and listen to that. Listen how that just kind of goes. Yeah, I'm not done anything, and it's still doing it. Listen to how it grows. It grows. Wow, listen to that. Distorted strings. These are very specific sound designy stuff. Wow, Archangel Choir, and of course I'm going to stretch these out just a little bit. Now that's interesting. Very, very specific things going on. Very cinematic. Let's do the spaceport Atmos. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is great stuff. Some really cool material here. Let's go to see what experimental. Let's just do the swarm. I'm gonna, and I still don't have the hang of replacing a slot. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff going on in here. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Stringscapes because I'm more but it leans really into a specific thing here. And yeah, you're gonna hear some of these. You're gonna hear some of these. I guarantee it in some of these series. Wow, incredible. Okay, so let's see. I want to just load this up again and just see what. Yeah, the risers are cool. Okay, I've got my. Okay, let's see. And the mic merging is something that is. Really something that I'm just enjoying trying to use. This is using my merged all mic. Let me load up a bass. And load the tree. did do here. Yeah. I changed articulations. That's what I did. Now, where's that coming from? Oh, okay. I did switch it. I did switch it. So, yeah, because the key switches are down here, and I was playing the bass, so I'm gonna slide the key switches down there so I won't get in there. That's what triggered that staccato. Okay, let me bring that bass back up. Yeah, let's bring the basses back up. Come on, give it to me, give it to me. Here we go. And let's put the staccato there. And this is with the strings stretched down a little bit. Let's go to the marcato there. Ah, gee. Oh, is this spiccato? Marcato. Now, I can't wait for Orchestral-Tools to come out with a really good sounding piano. Let's go pizzicato. Now, can somebody hear the reference, hear another musical reference? And I'll give you a hint, it's a Pixar movie. And Debbie, you know the answer. Yeah, Les. Ratatouille. That is one of my favorite Michael Giacchino's scores. Now, see, there you go. Here we go. Yeah, see, sometimes it takes us a while to get to this place, but once we get there, um, it's just so inspiring. Now, we'll go back to Nigel. We'll go back to Nigel because this puts you into a space. When I'm hearing, there she is. It is one of our favorite movies. And but that's what happens. It puts you into this space. It puts you into this orchestral space, and then it takes you even further. Because and then I'm putting the piano on top of it, the Casio, and that just helps me to. Yeah. Yeah, see, the piano just kind of adds. Fantastic. Yeah, it is a cool combination for sure, Nigel. The tremolo, and we can. And then a little chimney. The cool thing is, see, I have those violins stretched down a little bit. Play around with that. I can't wait to figure out a way to get the up and the down bows going, and to work more with the mic merging as well. And I think what's happening with when you hear something kind of drop out or whoosh, my sustain pedal that I have hooked to the Casio is a continuous controller. Sometimes I know Contact has an issue sometimes with it, but it's seeing a whole bunch of controller messages coming from the sustain pedal. I want to just do this. I'm going to load the violas. Let's load the violas, and I'm just going to load the tree mic. And you didn't hear it from me, but next week something that so many of you have been waiting for to come is coming. It's coming next week. That's all I can say. That's all I could say. I've got it here, and I haven't played it yet, but I can't wait to play it because it's something everybody's been talking about and wanting and waiting for. So yeah, so just a little teaser. So be on the lookout for that. Okay, this is the. Now I'm going to collapse this. Here's the violas, 2D. Put it on channel 1. We want to put it on channel 1. Okay, there we go. The same issue. So I'm going to move the key switches way up here and put it back on some sustains. Now let's see, let's solo those violas. The basses, I'm going to turn off the tree mic, the close and the center, and let's, okay. Oh, good. Okay, I'm gonna turn off these individual mics, and then I've got a mic merge setting for the violas. Let's just solo the violas. Now let's bring back the violins, and we've got the basses in there. Getting a little more familiar with the sign player. I've got 50, 60 voices, and the CPU's kind of floating around 20%, but it's good. It's good that I was able to collapse the mics into that one merge position, because it gives you the full sound without sacrificing the CPU. It's a really cool way to bring performance back to that. Okay. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for being here. It's just such an incredible time. Okay, it is definitely the sustain pedal. Now let me see. I want to see. It's the releases, I think. Let's see. Do I have the legatos on the violas turned on? No, I don't. Okay. No. Okay. So I'm just trying to hunt down where we might have the. Yeah. I just can't wait. I can't wait to see and to hear what we have ahead of us. And one of the things that I want to do, hopefully, is to have more developers on the channel. There's a few that I have in mind that I've reached out to, and to feature a developer maybe once a month. Somebody that you might not have heard of, to introduce you to some new libraries, new sounds. And also, think about this, you guys. I would love to possibly have one of you, to come on to a live chat, just to do an interview, and have you kind of tell me and tell the community about your personal journey. And I would love to learn more about the things that you guys are involved in, and just so many things, so many wonderful things. More in 24. That's what I pray. And so I pray more blessings. I pray more grace. I pray more courage. I pray for health, more finances. I was talking to somebody about that in the store, and they go, yeah, more money. We need that provision. And even when there are more adversities, there is more grace. He gives us more grace. Wow. Okay. So until next time, this is Simeon saying to always remember to stay joyful. And I cannot wait to see you next time. More peace. Absolutely. I'll see you soon. Here we go. Let's just fire up some more from Dick's Music Studio on the way out. All right. So here we go. Bless you, and I can't wait to see you next time. This is fun. We'll see you next time.